Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Michelle. If not, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another real makeup look that is something that I really do wear in my real life. Real. How many times can you say real? I did this about a month or so ago with my everyday kind of glowy, nice look, and today I'm going to do more of an evening smoky look. This is the makeup look that I'm going to do here. It's a very simple, sultry kind of smoky eye look with a nice full coverage base, kind of like what I normally go to whenever I'm going to an event. I'm going to one this evening, so I thought, why not film this for you guys? If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you want to see more from me. And now let's get on to the makeup look. So first I'm going to use the Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh Base. Whoa, long name. I'm going to use it. It's like a purple primer. I'm still really undecided as to whether this is doing anything for my skin, but I want to try it out, so I've been using it a bit lately. It feels really hydrating, and it's slightly color correcting as well, and gives a nice sheen to the skin, so it's not going to make my makeup any worse, so might as well try it. Now I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'm using a more neutral shade at the moment, so a lot less yellow of a shade. This is 2N1 Desert Beige. I was finding my other shade very yellow on me, so I've just tried this out for a while and it seems to work well. I've really been liking applying this with a flat top brush as well. This is the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80. I love this foundation. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be when I heard people raving about it. I thought it was going to be a really thick, cakey foundation, but you can really buff this into the skin to a light layer and it lasts really well as well. So it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. Honestly, people had it raved up to be this like 48-hour thick coverage, full coverage wear foundation. And yes, it's long lasting, and yes, it's got good coverage, but it's not extreme. Even the medium coverage loving girls will love this, you know, the lighter coverage loving girls. I don't know why my hands are looking so orange on camera. They honestly don't in real life. Bloody camera tricks, what's happening? I've been trying out this product lately. It's the MAC Makeup Artist Cosmetics Diane Kendall Spring Summer 2017 Sheen and Smoldering Quick Trick Stick. I don't even know if I said that in the right order, but it is a highlight and contour stick, and I really like it. It's it blends really nicely into the skin, and it's a very different shade than my regular Clinique one. It's much more of a contoury shade, like, so the Clinique contour stick that you see me using, that's more of like a bronzy look, and that's really like natural and glowy, whereas this definitely gives you more definition. So I just kind of stripe it here and here. Oh no, did you see that? It came out. Oh, okay, careful, under the chin, and then a little bit on the temple. Ooh. So you can see it's a much darker shade than my Clinique one if you've seen those videos. If not, I'll link them in the cards at the top and in the description below. But yeah, it's much more of a contoury colour. So I'm going to use my trusty IT Cosmetics No. 7 brush. Love this brush. And try and blend out this like crazy smudge. Ooh. I'm wearing a white t-shirt too. That could have gone so wrong. So that's just adding a little bit of shadow and dimension to the face. And if you feel like you've taken it down a bit low, I like to go in with my foundation brush and just kind of smooth underneath, like so. It's hard to see this on camera, but it definitely creates a shadow, I promise. Now I'm going on to concealer. So I really like mixing concealers at the moment. It's kind of like my perfect formula. I mix the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade Neutral Medium and the MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC20. I just find that together they almost create my perfect concealer formula. And you guys know I'm so picky with concealers. All of the concealers that work for everyone else don't work for me. So this is as close I've got to perfect in a long time. If you have these two products at home, try mixing them. Honestly, it was a revelation for me. So I'm just going to, I just poked myself in the eye. I'm just going to bring this in a triangle under my eye and up onto my eyelid and excessively conceal like I always do. That's just how I roll. I like to bring some around the corners of my nose for redness and pigmentation as well. And then I'm going to lightly bounce my beauty blender just to blend out the edges. This contour is actually looking kind of blotchy. Is it the pigmentation on my cheek? Or is it blotchy? We may never know. The foundation's looking a little bit light for me right now because my hands look kind of so fake tanned in the camera, but when I bronze up and everything, it will all match in, I promise. It's so hard to get like the colours looking true to life on camera. Always annoys me. I'm back into using my trusty Laura Mercier loose translucent powder. So I'm just going to set under my eyes and across my eyelids with this. And then I'm going to just loosely set the rest of my face with it. When I'm doing evening makeup or I'm going to an event, I do like to set quite heavily because makeup is just rejected off my face. My face just hates makeup. Honestly. It just won't stay if I don't. Especially around my chin and that as well, so I like to really pack that down. For the cheeks and the rest of the face, I'm just going to use what was left in the cap and set that. I know I'm looking super matte right now, but I find my natural oils really come through in my face within an hour or two, so I lose that very matte look. And I also like to use highlighters and stuff anyway to bring back that glow. Just going to quickly put some bronzer on to match myself up a little bit more. Lately I've been loving two different bronzers and I've been switching up a lot between the two. I use them both as eyeshadows as well. First one is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Bronzo 3, and second one is the Bobbi Brown Bronzing Powder in the shade number 1 Golden Light. Both are two of my favourite bronzers of all time, but at the moment I keep switching up between the two. I think today I will use the Laura Mercier one because I want to look nice and bronzed. I'm just going to bronze up my temples, across my cheeks, you know, the usual places. Just bring a little bit under the chin as well. And then I just kind of dust a little bit on the nose, just to make it all match. I'm also going to add some of the Charlotte Tilbury Foam Star Bronze and Glow palette. I'm going to use the contour shade underneath my cheekbone. I'm using a Sigma Small Contour F85, I think it is. Just a little bit on the temple as well. And then I'm just blending with my powder brush in case there's any harsh lines. I'm going to highlight now using the Becca Cosmetics Jaclyn Hill palette. Honestly, this is so worth the money, the price, the hype. It is an amazing palette. It's really weighty. The mirror in it is great, and all the shades inside are gorgeous. So for highlight, I usually mix the two shades. I think it's Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. And I'm just going to highlight on the tops of my cheekbones and any other areas that I want the light to really hit. I'm just using a Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush for this. Okay, so there we are, really nice glowy highlight. I'm just going to do my brows now really quickly with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I'll probably not show much of this because it's just boring. I'll link my brow routine up in the corner. It's the same kind of process, but just I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow instead of the MAC one that I used to use. I need to get my brows done. They're gone a bit cray at the moment. I think I'm going to get them tattooed. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments about what I should do. So I'm just going to set them now with the Ready Set Brow by Benefit. I really like this. It really sets them into place. Like, your brows aren't going anywhere after using these or this product. It really separates and defines the hairs as well, which I like. I'm just going to move on to my eyeshadow now. And my go-to palettes at the moment are the Tarte Tartelette palette, which looks like this. That's the Tartelette palette. And also the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I'm so impressed with these eyeshadows. I wish I had kind of discovered them a bit sooner. They're so nice, really easy to blend, great pigment, last really well on me. Absolutely love them. And another go-to palette of mine at the moment is the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette. You'll probably hear me talk about these more in my monthly favorites video, but I just wanted to give you a look at what they're like. So those are my kind of go-to shades at the moment. There's a cool brown palette there and a warm brown palette. I think today I'm going to go with the I think I'm going to go with the Tartelette palette. So these are nice kind of like soft matte cool shades. I think I'm just going to use some of the browns to create a nice kind of like sultry evening eye and maybe a bit of cream shadow to make it nice and intense. So as per usual, I'm going to start with my beloved Sigma E40 Tapered Blending Brush. This one is kind of gone a little bit crazy at the top. I probably need to get a new one, but I just love this brush so much. So I'm going to go in with the light shade here and just start kind of defining my socket and above my crease. Just kind of like the usual for Michelle, you know how I roll. This is a really nice, just kind of like natural shade that's similar to my skin, but just maybe a couple of shades darker. So you're just starting off, getting a little bit of definition and figuring out where you want everything. I have a lot of space between my crease and my brow, but a very small lid. So if that's not the way your eye is, you might not want to take this up as high as me. You just kind of like customize it as to what your eyes are like. So I'm just kind of like flicking that out on the ends as well, taking it high up on the brow bone. And that's just starting off the shape and the smokiness. Now I'm going to use the By Terry Ombre Black Star in the shade Bronze Moon. Yes, Bronze Moon. And I'm going to apply that over my lid. And then I'm going to blend it in with a flat brush. These are great cream eyeshadows. Absolutely love them. The formula is insane. These are quite shimmery, but they've also brought out some matte ones for the, I think, spring summer collection. Yeah, spring summer. So if you want a matte version, check those out. They're really good. I'm just blending that in with the flat top brush and not really bringing it any higher than my crease. You could totally just use this cream shadow by itself, but today I'm going to do a bit more layering. I love these for kind of whack on and go products though. You can just slap them on, blend them with your fingers, and you are good to go. So now I'm going to take this shade here, which is the shade Dreamer. It's just a really nice matte brown, and I'm going to take that across the lid over the cream shadow and then up into my crease. I'm just using a Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease brush for this. Really like these brushes. Zoeva is the bomb for brushes, honestly. Just, if you're on the hunt for brushes, just get a pack of brushes from Zoeva and you are good to go. Like, honestly, you won't need anything else. Okay, so that's what it looks like for now. Now I'm going to take a Luxe Soft Definer brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to use the shade Wanderer, which is similar to the first shade we used, and I'm going to use that to blend out the edges. Just back and forth, and it should just start to kind of blend itself. So you want to just keep blending that until you kind of get the desired level of smokiness that you want. I'm pretty much where I want to be right now, so I'm going to leave it there. Just going to take some liner. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon in the shade Earthquake. These are amazing. They're so pigmented and creamy. And what's the other shade I've been using? I think it's called Brownie or something. They sent me the whole collection, and obviously I'm using the browns, like that's so typically Michelle. But I really like them. They're definitely worth it. They have shimmery versions of them as well, but I really like the matte. So I'm just going to go into my waterline and tightline with this. And then just a tad on the outer corner, which I normally do. You know the drill. Then I'm going to use a Zoeva Luxe pencil brush, and I'm going to smudge out the top outer corner liner. Then I'm just cleaning off my brush, and I'm going to use the shade Wanderer to smudge out my lower lash line a little bit. I don't want the lower lash line to be super heavy today, but I do just want to kind of create some continuity onto the bottom lash line. It helps take away the harsh look of the liner as well. God, I love these Tarte palettes. Can you see how nice they blend? Honestly, if you're in the market for a nice neutrals palette, check them out. They're so good. Just grabbing a small, clean, fluffy brush. This is a Luxe Defined Crease, and I'm just making sure that everything under the eye is nice and blended. That's usually about kind of as low as I'll take it and as high as I'll take it, but you do you. Coffee, coffee, she needs more coffee. If I was my eyelash curlers, where would I be? SpongeBob SquarePants. This curlers is the bomb. If you have a hooded eye or a more Asian shaped eye like myself, you need these. They're the best eyelash curlers I've ever used. They're just a much better shape for my eye. I think I'm going to go back to my lash extensions as well. I miss them. I feel so naked. so naked without them. I had them for like 2 months, 3 months, and I felt so done in the mornings when I woke up. Just like waking up with your lashes on feels amazing. I'm going to use Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I love this mascara. It can be smudgy on me in hotter weather, and that's why I don't use it as much, even though it's a great mascara. But at the moment, it's actually not as hot in Sydney, so I'm going to chance it. I don't think I want lower lash mascara today, especially if I'm using this one, because it might smudge. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to add a touch of blush with the Jaclyn Hill palette thingy. I'm going to probably mix the 3 of them together, and I'm using a Zoeva Luxe Cheek Finish brush. Another great brush from Zoeva. These blushes are really pigmented, so be careful. I'm just going to kind of like pop it there. Yeah, that's pretty. My hair looks crazy, but I promise I'm going to do it before I go anywhere. I'm moving on to lips now, and I'm using MAC Boldly Bare lip pencil. I wanted to use one of my new Bare Minerals ones. They're really good, the nude collection, but I can't find it. It's probably in one of my handbags. I do love Boldly Bare though. And the lipstick I'm going to use is one of the new Hourglass Girl Lip Stilos. These are amazing. I love them. Definitely check them out. They've got some amazing nude shades. Just love them. This is the shade The Peacemaker. Oh, it matches that lip liner so nicely. They're so creamy, comfortable, opaque. They're just the bomb. And I love the bullet as well, it's really cool. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like the video, it really helps me out. And also don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more from me and you want to be notified when I upload a new video. If you want to keep up to date with my everyday life, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat. I will leave all the links on the screen and in the description box. I'll talk to you guys again really soon.